period. So today, when at September 3, 2022, now the official start of the voters registration will last up to October 4, according to Electoral Commission Salon, then calendar. And according to them, they say a two-phase registration then get for do. Well, that and other team them will can clarify with the master, some people inside elections business or the people already before elections business will observe elections na the country.
Well, we get with studio guests them. We na Christopher A. Jones, we come out ECSL, and we get Christopher Sano, we na member from the Coalition of Elections Observers, and we get Victor King, we na the PRO for All Political Parties Association.
We will talk to the reporter them all about the country. We will get updates from them. We will see how the center them na different parts in the country they do the registration. This success and challenge them. We will for discuss them one and the inside this program. We will take one or two other update them. We OB team, the live broadcast team, they out and we will tell you which team precisely they're going to go to at the different center them. So for now, we get Christopher A. Jones and Victor King. Christopher A. Jones now from the Electoral Commission Salon in part of the communications team, and Victor King in the post way they talk for the All Political Parties Association APA. But one or two doubts there among Salon people right now. Where I want to clarify, listen to this. For this, I will give a turn to Christopher A. Jones for making give some clarity on some of the doubts already where people on the race that the different center them would only get so far. One of them are the fact say people concerned say some center they really ask say you forget your team number that the number where NCRA they give you, the national identification, the NIN number, the national identification number where NCRA they give you before you register. Is it correct? Now so the law say. Remember in the parliament and the debate that whether they don't pull them or it's still in the law. Christopher A. Jones, welcome to this special broadcast where they come to Salon people from the SLBC.
SLBC on a morning of family watch we listen we now good morning.
So this is a serious concern. Another this, if I told another area, clarify for me. Now two, now so for B.
Waiting a voter registration. Now one of the events inside the processes we would qualify. It don't pass 18 years. It go 18 June 24, 2023. Not to ready around. It don't baba kiaka. It working. It a grab and go na the center. We go open near to a house in consonant with section 23 of the Public Elections Act and section 31 of the Nigerian Constitution. When it go to the center, it meets one person, then they call her RO, registration officer. Now the bossman for that center day. It get Twitter one machine, that machine they call her VVK, voter verification kits. He asks them, you been done register before? If the answer is yes, I've been registered. Then you ask them, you get any document to carry it? Driver's license, passport, ID card. That certificate will enter you. You carry it down. If you say yes, you get one of them. They put them. The arrow begin check. Because section 16, section 25 of the NCI Act of 2016, it say, let NCI give you data. So NCI don't give you data, we don't know an all machine, but the data we NCI give you. If Salia or Prince, they inside that data day, it don't give you, then they not go to the center will open. We will not go take the names and they for form the voter register. We go visit another man. So you don't go to the center. It begin check for you. The first one, now voters. The second letter, now verify. He check, you name, and no see nothing come up. He probe, sometimes say Abu Kamara, Baku come up. He go one step forward for no who's Abu Kamara, the front of us. So he will have some money. Only on the machine, if you don't register, Papa name. He begin now with the search. There's no time, he still a doubt you. They ask you for a phone number. Pap, a shop. When at the shop, it simply means say, this marriage snap on the arrow, it been no register. A process and everything. It go reach once a highway go tell and say, they call them QR code. I mean, I don't have professional small, but go reach once a go tell you say, if you get phone, if you want for snap, you snap. And the case where the person in your own day, now the VVK. Now so that person come. You don't register, you say this, then search. They don't say nothing for about a last search, he put a big finger, not all two they put, now one. No forget to, we don't do that, so all of the system, they put one of the big finger and the scanner. The machine only they use, now all the centers them get scanner. Nothing no up. He go tell and say, go together to all bra when are the DEO, data entry operator, within the same center. What you get? You get a machine we see today where NCI they use. You get a form for money. It asks you all the questions them. Fill all things fine. Then it will snap you. It give you receipts. It give you one paper where they get 18 digits. You they go back to the arrow. The arrow they go try and do your own business for put you when we don't register into the system of the VVK. Simply say you will not be done register. Once you don't come out from the DO, you don't go to the arrow, you don't okay for form part of the register. Then they will send you to the last person. We will enter the information of the journal just in case that a ferry will go bank on the journal. That forbid the process. Everybody go to the center, they for verify first.
Okay, Christopher, just continue for day with you in the program. But as at now, we open team already, and then they right now na Elim School na Congo Town, and we they join the OB team right now.
Union for make you come out, make diligently you able to come. See how best you go able for register, because now that will qualify you for make you able for vote for whatever president, parliament, and everybody you want vote for inside this coming elections. Whatever party you do, whether the ruling party, whether the opposition party, them come out for make you come register, because this sign they qualify you for make you able for take part inside the elections we get for take place in June 2024. June 24, 2023. So of course, as we colleague them introduce, this now the situation where they happen right now na Elim International School na Water Street. And of course, this particular community in a populated community, and electoral commission for Leone. Workers then they are on presently for ensure say the process able for go on smoothly, people are able to be registered also, and see how best the process go without any problem. So of course now so we go continue for going update, but make you know this particular site where we dey na constituency 129 ward 438 now Water Street na ya. Then of course waiting to qualify you for make you for take part inside this particular registration process. If you get you voter ID card when be past one, or if you not get down there you can get a birth certificate, or if you not get down there you can get a NCI paper, or again if you not get down there you can get your passport. Now some of the things there now they qualify you for make you able for take part inside this particular registration process. Now we see how of course security also there around a clear from the camera or the security for ensure say the process goes smooth. And also it come, no problem, no occur. Of course, let we see how best we go continue to talk to people again, where they around, for make we know money like this they don't come for make them come exercise the right as embedded in the constitution. We also say in the constitution section 5 give the rights for make we able for choose leader them diligently. So of course let we see how best we go talk to some of the gentlemen and also women them waiting here for see how the process to go on. Good morning, sir.
Hello, how are you?
What's the name, sir?
I'm Mohamed Lamin Bangoa.
So of course this morning we see you in Leone International School for make you come take part inside the registration process. Tell me about it.
Well, the process not go bad, but no more the process too slow. It's slow for we because some of you get for go work. You know, take one post, you go put another the place say no. Now for the register, now one going to do everything. You know, correct? You understand? So now let me get for say.
Okay, so then of course the mama just don't come and register before. Let's talk to him quick before we continue for talk to a brother. Mama, good morning.
Yes, Papa. Good morning.
Yes, ma. Shortly we'll see you there inside. You do registration process. How the process go? Okay.
You know
where?
Okay, you know where? But you can't register.
You don't do the registration process.
See me, I believe that this man don't be a role model and it don't show, of course, say this now a process very important to learn because you see it is struggle for worker, how they breathe, that don't show say well. But yet still this very early morning it don't come and can't register. Mama go let God
yes, Mama, plenty thank you. So as soon as just now Lord continue for talk to a brother. We don't they tell we say the process is very slow, but yet still in the thing can say get for go work, so the process need to be fast a bit. So as you then also this particular moment, you did far from the line for register?
Yes, I did far small.
Okay.
Yes, because I did number 82 nowadays. So now I see the process too slow because remember no more now they call 6. It's from morning to the old don't care.
So why you think I say the process delay? Is it that they not start quick or is it that they not boku?
When they know Boku I make because if they mean Boku, I believe say everything before come up fine. You understand? But still the thing they make fine problem all day. Yes, you see?
Okay, alright. So now that's what I get for say. As soon as I'm clearly, I'll talk to many people in there around. Then of course, let's take the mic to my colleague when I'm Masuma. Let's be able for say talk to one or two people and where they in this particular Elim International School. Yes, Suma.
Yes, Simbi, as they go around for see how we can talk to people, we come out this morning for come, register and, that don't show say they are Sierra Leoneans. Earlier, my colleague they talk about some of the things where they qualify person for, for register this morning. He talk about voter ID card. And no matter which, once you get something where they identify you, say yes, you're a Sierra Leonean. This now one, as you can see, this person getting your voter ID card. The person in name na Sila Nana and himself na this western area a day. Well, you don't see this person, it not gonna be difficult. Auntie Nana, morning.
Good morning, ma.
Which part where you in?
Na 36V Water Street.
Okay, so how long you don't care?
It don't taste small.
It don't taste small, eh?
Yeah.
So now number they give?
Yes.
So what's the number where you get?
Na 71.
71.
Yes.
So therefore, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me how you feel this morning where you don't wake up or something you don't plan from long stay.
I plan and maybe I feel well. I'm glad for that. Why they can register so?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So where you go vote now? Say no go face no problem.
No problem, no day.
Okay. Well, that's Nana as she is Nana. So Nana is so excited for casting vote this morning. And over here we see some of we Mama then we auntie the season they said they wait peaceful for the own time. Mama, good morning.
Good morning.
How the morning?
Fine, thank you.
Waiting at your name?
My name is King Nancy King.
Okay, so how long you done there?
Well, I don't take about 20 minutes to come.
Okay, so they don't give you number?
Yeah.
What's your number?
I get 37.
And this is how you put an ID card? Now which year this?
Check out the recommend.
Okay, but this you don't voter ID card this and okay, so you don't see Nancy King self ready and we see we other auntie self there in fact he gets boku identification. This na NCR registration slip where he gets with him where we go make them register without no problem. This na a national identity card. Self we get na yan, we self day na ya. So how you self ready for register this morning?
Yeah, I tell Allah thank you. Why I wake up this morning because I've been on plan as I pray so. Then 6 o'clock meets me now. Why I don't pray down. The Fajr prayer na come here for can register.
So you dey patiently wait?
Yes. Me na number 7.
So what you will tell the next man within hours they watch you?
I will tell us let them try, let them come because the time not enough for the people. Make them come do one quick and then go there at their houses. There. The earlier the better.
Well, I believe said them mommy they asking me they really look excited for when they come out this morning for can register. We see this other mommy again. It's guy for Sidon. See me.
Of course, Suma, the mommy they from up. He said no, if I come now the camera. So everybody was saying, of course, they come today for making come register. Lord, talk to Mama. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name, Mama?
I'm not a Fofana.
So this morning we see you don't come.
Yes.
Tell me what you come here for.
I don't register. I tell God thank you. Okay. I never know for say this year go meet me for 85 years. I tell God thank you. I love it for meeting my guy. I love it for Seka Stevie. I love it for Tiyakaba. I love it for all the SFP. Tell God if you all now we get it all. Yeah. So I love them. Myself, I tell God thank you with my life. And when I register, I the paper back, like get the chance for vote back.
Amen. So how you don't tell people who they around, who they watching on television, what's the message to them? For let them say come out.
I went then at the end there, because I talk with you and not sabi what I'm being important now as sabi Alasa. So I welcome I'm glad.
Of course.
Fofana. This year I did number 40 Water Street.
Yeah. So when I know you from Mama, we na Mama Minata Fofana, I don't vote throughout. She's now 85 years of age. Now let we see how best to go inside. Let's see how the process they take place now. But it's quite interesting this morning. Now Elim International School. For sure say indeed the process is peaceful, a free and also a fair as we see how old mommy, people of all ages, then they are around for say the process it go on smooth. Now let we come in, let we see how the process they go on there inside Elim International School. Of course, ECSL there this morning, the process they go on when our electoral commission for Sierra Leone, the staff and they around for ensure say the process it go smooth, it go fine and see how everything they take place. Of course, again from the mommy they will talk to we, the process they very happy. Good morning, Mama.
Good morning, brother.
What's your name, Mama?
My name is Binti Agundu.
So, of course, tell me how the process they go this particular morning.
Well, the process not bad. People incorporate and then they give them time.
So, is it one they give reference to old people? Because most of the old people who talk to Nado, then tell we say, then don't register.
Well, for let her continue, we boss and say when interview come, and I forgo directly to them.
Okay, well, that is good. So of course now so now the hierarchy now so they take place. Then let we see how best to go continue for talk to the boss them around for them give you more information for see say the process free and fair. But may you know say at this particular point in time, this is not the place at the center this way we say the registration they take place and problem not there, the process is free and fair. Then of course as we see under now the line where you move from different seats. Say able for the line, we go make you come. Now able for able register, then you exercise your right. We now that you for do. So this is not the right thing. Before anything take place like a violence, the best thing for do now for come to the register and also go to the polls and show say you able for choose you lead whatever party you dey, whether na the ruling party, whether na the opposition party, whatever party you dey, whether na blue, etc., come out and register, because the only way we go make you exercise a particular right where the constitution don't give you, now where you can register, and when you register, now that's get for make you vote June 2023. Now let's see how we talk to the people waiting at the line. Let's see how we try to talk to the people waiting at the line. But to that, Mariam Asuma go take you through. Let we see how we go get from the people what they themselves feel as then they come in fast.
Well, plenty thank you to me colleague Simbi. Before we come to the one that first waiting at the line, we get people them also where they around Naya. Where they take some information
the government of the people, by the people, for the people, salute now we you. And before the next sunrise, our future is already set. Let no politics, no religion, no rival conflicts, opinions, separate us.
Okay, so like what's in your job now this morning?
Well, I there as an observer. Anybody who can register whether a confirmed case, I mark the number. If na man or na woman, male or female, I write up there. I watch how I monitor how the registration they go on.
So from this morning, how you don't see the process?
Well, the process they go on nice, because for more than kind 7 o'clock, we not get no alala, no no day, we not get nobody yet we don't do double registry. Nobody no register double it. We dey peaceful and the atmosphere no problem.
Well, that's na party observer within Naya, as we don't get the two parties the way na SLPP and APC na the number we meet Naya today. We don't meet other political parties the way they Naya. Don't yonder we don't get people also way ready then at the line for themselves come and can register peacefully. As this na a table from the National Registration NCRA authority, then we talk say if person come for can register, you not been get you NCRA registration, then go come with you now, can register, and before you go register over yonder. Una good morning. Yes, sir. So explain to me about this process like this table.
Well, now it's side where you the candy where you don't 18 years for votes, like we not be don't register because you're not the VIU. We are in you will just come where you don't 18 years for let do registration for votes. So we don't 18 years above, then we see the confirming and qualify for the register. Now we get documents with the proof saying as Sierra Leonean birth certificates or any other relevant document, either passports. So we get them since the day you they come, they will register it.
So from this point, we don't begin get people them. We don't kind of stay before them.
Yes, we don't get people them.
Okay. Yes. Well, that's not the table. This and from there we can go now at the New England studios as we colleague them Patrick Salia and Esther Sako them which we guest themselves. They back at the studio. They wait for talk to now.
Well, that's now we colleague them Mohamed Kouma and Maya Masuma within a Elin school, Congo Cross.
Registration process. And we're sorry for that break due to some technical issues, but we're back with Tim Lende out. We will bring you updates. Samuel Rice Bangura, they're out already. We understand, said the president for register this morning. So we try to capture that and bring them to reviewers and listeners across the country. Don't get to the studio with me. Lucien Momon, the Director of Training and External Relations, the Political Parties Registration Commission, PPRC. Lucien, good morning and welcome.
Good morning,
you register?
And thanks for having me. I'm not able to register it because when I start the process this morning, at Christchurch, we happen for be my own constituency and my own ward, we will face small issue there with regards to the use of the premises. And I want to use this opportunity for appeal to people and we give the Electoral Commission the facility them for them carry on the registration process, that nothing will happen and that let allow the process.
So there is that fear?
Well, from what we get from the authorities, the people them be afraid say they no one forget them premises them, you know, for letting register based on the fact that they say the incident of August 10 make them afraid, but we don't go negotiate with the bishop and the vicar. I mean, if you don't allow them for the process start, and as I said also the process don't start now Christchurch. And then again, the process don't begin a model. That's the same way so na brotherhood.
Okay.
You know, the only
and
place. Well, I'm my own constituency, I'm my own ward that one day.
Okay.
Where I make when I there I go start for monitor the process. And I want to tell the people of Sierra Leone, say the PPRC, you know, don't deploy in staff them, and also the membership of the All Political Parties Youth Association and the All Political Parties Women Association all over the country, for them go monitor how the process they carry on, and say we so for let the help for sensitize. You go remember say Monday we pass so when I been August 30, then we sign up to a communique. We part of the communique where they sign up to another them. They say go out and sensitize their own supporters and party members them and the people of Sierra Leone for let them go register, because one, that one they are in civic rights. We go able to make them carry on with their civic responsibility come June 2023 for letting go exercise their franchise.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the role of political parties in this process. You know, it is very important because so far we see individual politicians and political parties they mobilize and they put out messages. But what should be the message? You know, especially from Una's own side, as PPRC where they regulate political parties?
Basically, political parties not just like a social club. And political parties, now the 1991 Constitution, Section 35(1), now creates them. We say they go establish political parties for shape the political will of the people. This not the same way we need them for. Let them carry on with that part the way the Constitution gives them their mandates for do. And the message for be go register. Now you write for register. You know, because you might say now I'm not going for register, and sometimes you know register or registration process done. Maybe you don't see Lamran and now sometimes now you own person you want for let be councillor or member of parliament or president of this country, don't team up there say if I be no. So now you write for the register.
We see political parties, they pull audio, video messages, statements, and some even they donate megaphones. But some of them get the stickers of political parties. So I still want to know how them go about, because now the communique where they sign, the last time when they launched the voter registration process, the chairman of PPRC been clearly say political parties and for use this for campaign. The message not for be for campaign. How now they monitor them process because we already don't start the process today.
Well, of course, from all the posters they would don't see, you know, politicians they're very crafty, you know, and we want to commend them first for now, you know, that they no don't begin for campaign because like what we say, we don't tell them say una use this opportunity for let una talk to una people them for let them come out and register. And as I can say, the membership of all of these political parties cannot win them an election for even be councillor. Because if you look at the delegate list or the party data, you will see say they don't even get that number for even win election. So waiting our own advice will give to them and waiting they sign up to now that then go out and go talk to them people them for let them people in Canada, let them come register. And even if you know say this person not a young person, go tell them say can register. Sometimes at the end of the day, sometimes mind go change. You cannot tell. You know, because we person they go with the campaign person, but we go to that booth. Now in one game they can take a critical decision at that booth. They win. In one game know the decision we take. So we message here is and waiting the political parties then sign up to is that then they go out there for go sensitize them people them for let them go register.
How na they monitor? Because this is a month process. How na they monitor say for make political party they abide to waiting and don't sign? How na they monitor if they message them, then they skew them for attack other people or campaign in the process?
Well, on that issue, I make we get the 17 registered political parties, then they on board. Apia and Apua. They don't left Freetown yesterday. They don't go up country for make sure say they go sensitize the people them. Then they go normal for just go monitor the process. But then they go for make them go sensitize the people as to the reason why make them for go register. You know, you even get educated people now this country go say, well, you know, concern me. You know, I no go register. But you might not tell, like I've been saying just now, you know, go know that go want him up to my by way, you want for give you support to, they say, hey, you know, it's too late because you know, be registered, so you know, go able exercise your franchise. Me now a victim of that day when I've been in a college. I'm a candidate, you know, then day when I'm a media colleague or ABC Olugari, we will be there for college and day in 2000 mass communication elections. You know, I left Kandong Tong because me also not far from Fobe College, so I can do something I was weekend come. I can meet in traffic. I let for go. Then day I reach 1 minute time London. The commissioner say no, you don't late. They beat me candidates by 1 vote. By 1 vote.
So you don't vote now.
So if we vote, then sometimes them for call another election. So go register.
Okay.
So that day the commission is try to tell people and say, let we go register now civic rights.
That's a practical example we Lucy and Longin at the studio. So for vote at the election, you need to register. If you not register, and for register, you get things away from it. You for day within the age bracket. You forget go with certain document. If you not get, you for go and present yourself at the registration center. But we'll get for talk to ECSL for give more updates on that. But one other thing we've been doing at the community now about not going with people when are underage for register. You know, we see the commission don't continue for reiterate that comment. Even the ECSL don't continue for reiterate that point. Waiting on affairs, when I get information, say political parties they want to do that for get their own numbers, them swelling so or get plenty of people who go vote for them in the election day.
Well, we very conscious and they monitor the traditional media and the social media, and you know it's disturbing when we see somebody be they talk in your language. They encourage some people and say because what I just say, they encourage girl begin and say because girl begin don't pull Bobby. Let them come on, let them go register, which, you know, na crime under the laws of Sierra Leone. If you go, you know, reach the age 8 for like you register, you know, na crime. And I go tell you, say, if somebody wait for 18 years on the day of the election next year, he can go register. Like me own picking now, my girl picking me first picking. Now this go be in first election where he go take part from because come April 27 next year, it don't be 18 years. So now me the only and tell and say, come like you go register. But if you get picking, you not go 18 at that point in time, no care and go there. Because one, if you don't register with NCRA, in details they na NCRA, and if you show up na any center, when he puts in name or any details where he gets, all of that they come.
Okay.
And it's criminal. And if then situation they occur, the Electoral Commission don't get any other option now for hand you over to the police. So me appeal to the people now that if you know say you know 18 year 8 or you know go 18 year by June 2023, let nobody not convince you for like you go and go register.
And then a crime.
Na crime.
Okay.
And punishable by law.
Okay, so as we talk about security and crime, I want to welcome somebody who get from the Office of National Security, Abdul Karim Will. A day between at the studio now. Good morning, Will, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Lamrana. Good morning, viewers of Sierra Leone.
Okay, so we just talk about the registration process. We don't start today, but security is also very important for this process. For let people get confidence for come out, considering what's happened recently, and for let people go to the centers then get a process with very, very easy, where nobody no go create confusion, very important. And una they ensure say that happens. So far, waiting at the security situation of the process, I'm sure you could don't get updates or yourself could observe the registration process.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mindful of the fact that elections are one of the major activities where a country can go into, especially we own after every 5 years, even before the actual activities themselves will be done begin preparation for ensure say we provide the needed security for the elections. Don't forget say the responsibility or mandate for conduct elections it fall within the purview of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. And what we do now auxiliary support by physically protecting or providing security for the voting staff, for the electoral staff, the materials, the people who they come for register, and so on and so forth. And don't forget, say, election get 3 phases: the phase before election, the election itself, and the after elections. We too deeper now, so the phase before elections, before actual voting, and therefore we don't do what we call mapping of the risk level across all of the districts in us alone. For ensure say we for pinpoint on whose side threats and day, and we too for do for addressing challenge and day. So I want to assure the public say in every polling center across the country, USAI NEC don't designate say registration will for take place or will get physical presence of security personnel.
Okay.
But then we did it only for guide the process.
Okay, we'll come back to you quickly. Let we go now. We join the outside broadcast team as my colleague Samuel Wise Bangura, the lead team right now. Then they out now with Wilberforce. Let we see if we can get update from him. Good morning, Samuel. Good morning. As we try to get update from you. They Wilberforce, as you can see on the screen presently, you see the registration center. That now one of the centers them now Wilberforce USAI Wise Day, and we therefore bring you as well updates from USAI, the president and other political leaders them get for register. We will get back to Wise as we try for see if we can get a connection there. Will, as you been they say, waiting at the security, scene. If I go to a polling center, a registration center, how I for see the security situation like? Will they get people with gun, we go there for protect, or we go just see a police officer, we go there for guide people them and ensure say nothing bad no happen?
Place in different forms. We will actually get people in uniform, and we'll get plainclothes officers where they observe the process. Because don't forget, say, given the history of elections in this country, some people will just try for throw spanners into all of the arrangements people they don't make. And so no, they take any chances. Now, some areas we would identify as hotspots, maybe you will see more presence of security personnel. Now, other side, where we don't assess, say, not get the tendency for create any much problem, we will see a thin kind of a presence. Okay. But in all, the security officers will go for the on the ground, police officers specifically, they will go for keep some distance. Okay. Because the intention not to for scare of anybody, in fact, for encourage people and say, who say you see police officer, you for feel confident that.
Okay, we'll go come back to you. Let me join Samuel Wise Bangura. We're there out with the team presently. Good morning, Wise. How is it going?
It's going on pretty well here. There are a few concerns here at the moment. Now, Okipich, USAI, the president, in about 30 minutes, would expect him for come register with the first lady. Interestingly, already an advanced team of the presidency in security don't come. We don't create a small problem for many people them we don't can I don't talk to many people them this morning. Some of them say they kaya 4 a.m. just so that they're able to register quick. But up till now, from 4 a.m. when they come, up till now they not get a chance for register it. Then they complain say the process extremely slow, and that is not good for the entire registration process. But also members of the security team of the president we don't come. I talked with the Western Region chairperson, Commissioner Zainab Awamosiri. What did he tell me now that some of the security members them we don't come as advanced team want for go register as against the people that we don't care very early. So it don't make it very clear to them say the preference now the president. So if you just take a look at people, they saw them crowd now this place at the moment. People are so crowd. You get so many people where say man, woman them they care from 4 a.m. but they're not able to get a chance for register it, like I say, because the process extremely slow. So you get certain people already, we don't really know what's not the problem. We see security personnel, them soldier, police, then they take away one of the guys who been there na the line. But we then honestly for ensure say we bring live happenings at the occupation, like I mentioned. In about 30 minutes, we'd expect President Bio and his wife, Dr. Fatima Bio, for come and register. Where the security team already don't advance. We they try for talk to some people them where don't they complain say they don't care since 4 a.m. for register, but up till now they not get the opportunities yet for vote. And one of the people them we say it don't kind of 4 a.m. and up till now not register yet. No, so tell we how much o'clock you say you carry this morning?
From this 4 o'clock we don't carry this morning for car register. 13 hours we register it.
What's not the problem?
Well, I don't know. See, they say don't make line, don't make T line. So but some people they carry the cut this line, they don't register before we go don't carry earlier we don't register.
See? So what thing will be your message to the authority, especially the Electoral Commission, for speeding up the process?
My own message to the Electoral Commission, let them make them for me fast. Now go register so that we go na home there quick. For now go do other thing. See, because now go work and there for the whole rest of the day. See?
Thank you. So interesting. I mean, people are disgruntled. People feel say they don't care very early, but they're not able to get the opportunity for register. But then there are people that way they can go cut the line and register. We also get with one other lady. Tell what's her name? So my matter, how much o'clock you carry?
I don't come from this 4 o'clock this morning. But since we can't set up to now, we will register. Every people they can't snap before the line or they move and the registration too slow. So you see, we really want to let them fast track everything, let them do it for fast while we register because some of them for all business. So let them do everything for me fast. So we talk to them, please let them try.
All right, thank you very much, Mariama. So we continue for I mean that's the story all over. That's the story all over. Tell me what's your name, ma?
Now my name is Agnes. Can I then with the first barracks?
Okay, Agnes. How much o'clock you can for register?
I can 4 o'clock.
What's making you register up till now?
The population is so boku, and they not give we chance. The one who come before we, who don't come before today, they don't come register. They don't come before we for car register. Who back on the green? And then the allow it. Nobody know the way they put you under control. So noise.
So why say nobody know they put you under control? It means say no staff know the way they direct how things they go.
Staff them there, but we will go invest too much. We know they accept true. Anybody who can, we know they listen now.
Okay, thank you very much, Agnes. So I mean the complaints are all over. The same story. Come early and spend hours, not get an opportunity for register it. But people away don't come, like I mentioned, the advanced team of the security advanced team of the president. Plenty of them want for go register early before the coming of the president. Whether they don't create a lot of concerns now the occupation side, the president and the first lady is expected to register. But we try for talk to the Western Region Commissioner Zainab Awamosi for let's tell you exactly how things don't they pan out Nayasu, at the moment. We really want for no waiting at the concerns, waiting out and they address the concerns them. Just so we're able for get some things that are sorted, and also want for get some feeling then things are. So as you see at the moment, Lamrana, we want for just talk to Zainab, but let we come back to you when we establish contact with Zainab shortly.
Thank you very much, Samuel Wise Bangura, for that update there from the hockey pitch. Now, Wilberforce, we say people don't come up from 4 a.m. You can imagine, you know, people are ready for be part of the process. Lucien, are you surprised that you know, we get this kind of turnout on the first day?
Yeah, it's very surprising, you know, because we don't see people normally. You know, now when election day can come, now you go see people them don't go the line 5 o'clock morning or 4 o'clock that morning. Anyway, I want for bravo to the people of football first. I want for say the people in our area them emulate them. At least we expect for those people them come now 2 o'clock morning safe. You know, go to map my line at least 7 o'clock. Then go register. You don't go about your normal business. And don't left that last minute business and all of that, because next get a timetable. Okay. After this first phase, we go down around the 17th. You know, you get the second phase, we go get for coming, where people will forget chance. But one advice I forget no more, let them try forget the schedule them, because not all centers they open. Now, half centers them neck open simultaneously all over the country. And then the second phase go get for deal with the centers that will not be open now. Then self go open and people that will get the opportunity for then go register. The advice still that let people convince them people that way don't reach the age for let them come out and go register. Okay. Because tomorrow I know get yourself for blame say if I be no.
Some of them concerns there. I know PPLC and ECSL una they work in collaboration. Una the part of the PPLC, the liaison committees them where they work together. Some of them concerns there from the public, which I'm sure might be coming from political parties as well. How you think say una get for handle them?
Well, we'll just start. The process just starts, and I believe say I make the ECSL don't create a thing called situation room. Yeah. Where you get a toll-free number you can call without pay. You know, where you can call and raise your concerns. You know, because one concern will reach me just now from one journalist who now they run in the NGO that why in a one computer day the process slow. I get for explain to her. Take me time explain to her and say anybody who is in registration slow, maybe when NCRA be the register today, it not be register. Or maybe forgetting details them. Because not simple registration process. Even if you give your telephone number or even that will be registered today. As you give your telephone number, all your details they pop up. As your details pop up, you not get forgotten at the NCRA desk. You just go direct, they go input you one time. We should say you don't register. So you will not get all of those. Now you get for go let NCRA go register you now, so that you register national identification number. You know, I've been part of the process for set up the NCRA, and the NCRA now a process where if people are able to understand, a very good process for development in any country. Because when they capture all of your details, now if you want to go take you want to go take passport, you want to go take license, you don't need to work out documents. Yeah. Just give your phone number. You go to SLRSA, give your phone number, all your details they pop up. So you will not be registered where NCRA be the register people. If you go to any center you don't reach the age, then therefore make sure they check. But when I go a meeting where the ECSL they explain, then they automatically put you in the system. You number, you name all they go, because they have to go cross reference. Okay. If you be not registered today, you want to register back for beat the system. You know they work.
Yeah. So you know go register to them.
You know they register to them. And the ECSL get 2 options. Either they take one by details, sometimes mistake, or they hand you over to the police. Because it's criminal. Nobody not for register to them.
So you where they watch, where they listen to we, not try them. For register to them na crime, and the police and they in situations like that, Abdul Karim, waiting at the role of the security sector in that situation, and they able see somebody with something underage come and able convince the electoral staff then say they don't reach the age for register. How the security go handle that situation and they?
As long as the next person where they in charge of that center, they don't convince we say this person don't breach an electoral law, they go hand over to we and we go take on to the appropriate location for investigate and profile charges. Let me take this opportunity for also appeal to members of the public that anybody will attempt that one day, you know, they do well for whosoever they support for let you go register when are under age, or whosoever want for register to them, you know, they do yourself any good. And that the penalties are very, very serious. In fact, quite recently, I think now about the 29th of August, PPRC been get an engagement with the political parties who side and pledge say they will inform their constituents for let them refrain from one, underage registration, 17 years below. You know, get no business by this election, except if you get for 18 before the elections. Or you go attempt for register twice. Even attempting for register twice, you commit an offense, just like somebody who actually able to beat the system and register to them. The penalty in that they can either fine you, you go jail, or they fine you and you go jail together. And also, even worse still, then they stop you for vote per that election day, and then they also stop you for vote per the other elections when they come later. Say, for example, if you commit an electoral offense in 2023, for the elections going to 2023, you know they vote per 2023 election, and then they vote per 2028 elections. So you see how serious that thing may be. So now that's the reason we make the political parties and get a responsibility for ensuring they cascade their information here, because we don't begin to see all over the place. People they make pronouncement and they go to community meetings. They say, hey, this speaking as long as you don't pull Bobby, count and let can't register. They don't help them at all. And the system so structured that it hard for you beat that system there. Because you're going for detect, the NCRA will get for the day for able for no take the details of that person they can if you know don't register at all. And so it's only important for let we register the people that we actually eligible in terms of meeting the age and that kind of thing. So we own role now for doing investigations in line with the provisions of the law. Okay. And what would the profile charges that they provisions of that law in how they send forward?
Okay. You know, before now, when I've been done engage political parties them about the use of marshals, you know, we to a very large extent they unbug the security situation either in registration or even the elections day. With this process, because you get a lot of politicians them we self go and go register, but then get security them behind them where they go. Either not the one they within a government we get armed security, or the one we get marshals. How una the coordinate the security then they for work with the one that we there on the ground?
So first of all, the politicians or the leaders and therefore understand say we get state security institutions, and now we have responsibility for provide for their security, and then therefore trust that role they will play. And for saying now we get the responsibility, we get the mandate by law. The police, for example, constituted by law for provide for internal security. Any other arrangements outside of that, without the concurrence of the police or the state institution we concerned, you didn't in breach of a law. You mentioned marshals. Political marshalism don't begin some time back. Initially, when it begin at some scale where it appear like say, it complement the role of the security sector. Yeah. We then get events, political parties particularly, now marshals and they usher in people in and out and that kind of a thing. At that time, especially at the beginning, it been somehow fit within with definition for the provision of security. But as we go, we begin to see a lot of abuses are coming. Starting from within, starting even from within the political parties. The political party marshals then become more of a problem for them party them than a solution. And it also begin to go across political parties. Then they also even now pose as if then as state officials, state security. Whether they happen a parallel institution. And now that kind of situation, now they begin happen militia business they come out and that kind of thing. So because we know say it wrong in the first place, now that make we put a stop onto them. So we continue for appeal to leadership of political parties, because even before we take this decision, now we all be sitting on a round table, we discuss the issue thoroughly. A majority of the people who be in the room, 99%, they may firmly support we decision for put a stop onto the use of marshals. In fact, you know, if I even be something where the political parties therefore applaud the security sector for. If you find out, if you don't reach a stage, very serious political party leaders, they don't even forget access to political parties, because one small group of young men, they say, you know, they can't have, because you know, fall within the definition of who you kind of possible they look for as leader. So for now, we avert all of that one day. Now that we don't put a stop. It's unlawful. It's not accepted. And anybody who pose as marshal, we appear for one for take the police and roll at the hand, we get a responsibility for pursue. And when we catch up with you, the law will look you with bad eye. Okay. So now that make that kind of platform saying for give opportunity to people them, let them understand what they for do, let them know what they know for do.
Apart from the political party, the way the opposition, where they use marshals, you get people where they not power, we belong to the party, where now the ruling party, where they use armed security. Sometimes when they go to them places there, then they count their own security, where can overpower even the one they were there on the ground. And in situations like that, where during registration, you get people that we don't in a line, like them people in there from 4 a.m. Sometimes you go get one politician, one minister, or one head of parasita, we go carry with your security, and one register. Ali, you know, how, you know, your security, the way they on the ground, they handle that situation, and they, for understand, say, the citizens themselves will be not going to this place for register, get right for register, and that person they need for expect them rights. You don't need for bulldoze and do the registration.
Sure. So part of our engagement in terms of where we do the threat assessment, election threat assessment, one of the key documents that will come out of that engagement now for develop what we call a training manual. We do a security strategy manual where we develop, we do a training manual, and we do a communication strategy. The training manual, it talks say, we for train, we personnel them on how they for conduct themselves during elections. And this aspect of behavior, professionalism, is not only limited to the people who get for physically day on ground, we they cascade that to every member of the security sector, so that we thoroughly understand what are our roles and responsibilities, what are our limitations. We, whether you deal with any state functionary, you are expected to behave professionally and respect the rules of the electoral practices. Nobody, if, for example, I want to go register quick, I get a responsibility for ensure, say, I talk to the people and let them give me their own consent. But bulldozing, I don't think that they go be accepted. And the officers already on ground, then they under obligation for ensure, say, them provide for everybody in interest at that center, at that registration point, so that then kind thing them what go happen, we go make people feel angered. No go happen, because a day the problems can begin. Somebody say, this person don't can register before me, we maybe don't come before them.
Yes.
So the NEC officials them also get for take that into consideration. Okay. If the person way they come for register, you actually don't get the concurrence of the people already on the line, say because he na old person, because na a big person in a society, and therefore they have to allow for let register and go, then so be it. Okay. But enough for be done by force.
Okay. Lucia, I'm bringing into the discussion about security and how political leaders them for behave. Several reports, even reports and observations they don't indicate how the use of marshals and how certain individuals they are way they behave during either registration or voting day can cause problem. How they engage political leaders them, political party leaders them for behave well in them process there?
Well, of course, that's a serious challenge where the commission and the country they face when it comes to elections. You get people who go stick themselves as they say we are stakeholders, you know, of political parties. And then I will tell you, say, even in the days of village chairman Justice Tola Thompson, I remember in September 12 or so, that day where that flooding take place na Bay, you know, the commission may meet with political parties them na Cathedral Hall, you know. Also, we agree, say, one, they're not for the use marshals. Therefore, apply to the police, for let the police provide regular security, you know, for them, they leader them, and again, they not for allow people them for they not them premise system, you know, they not for allow squatters them for they not them party office system, you know, and recently we see say the security sector may not meet with political parties them and then we don't see they not for use marshals, but we see say people are still they use marshals, and so the appeal we as a commission get, you know, to political parties that get trust in the security sector of this country. These marshals, they are not trained, you know, they don't get that security knowledge as to how to defend you. The only knowledge we then get now for way sometimes somebody one can near you for faith.
Yeah.
But
Physically.
they are not trained.
Yeah.
They not even get the expertise. If that will not even for even get will not even for even get police or not even for get military in any country. You know, everybody for just sit down and defend themselves. You know, you put your own life at risk because we don't see now some political party situation where some people that we take as you marshals when the allegiance turn, then turn against you. When we get that issue the way people in our political parties they want for the institution we then create. You know, when the tide turn, they say no, then people are not for dinner.
Yeah.
But we don't get them sending the mediate between political parties where the other side will say, but now even create them all.
Yeah.
Why now you don't want them for let them exist? So the marshals where you create today, you know, tomorrow you don't know side the allegiance go, and now security is a threat. You know, because if somebody don't take himself say, you know, in a marshal, he don't take the responsibility of the security sector. At tomorrow, I go out for challenge the one way where the authority by law for protect lives and property will be an issue. So we still appeal to political parties that or politicians that when you want to be secured, employ the services of security agencies. If you not believe the police, we get security agencies the way they are the country who I believe say, you know, get training because non-security agency not they be established in a salon if they not go through the police, they not go through ONS for let them make sure say they get the requisite training as to how to serve as bodyguards or how to serve as security. It's what they call a watchman.
Yes. They not move to
another level.
Yes,
security
okay.
now to another level.
We go come back to another studio. This na Salon Decides, the special elections coverage from AYV Television. We there on radio as well on FM 11.7. The stream live now Facebook page AYV News. And same way so we there online www.ayvnews.com. Wherever you get we. You can send your comment on our Facebook page. Definitely, if you get concern, we'll go find them for read them out to the authorities them for understand what's in the situation Tanlek. Same way so we get for link with we colleague Samuel Wise Bangura for giving more updates as we understand say the president they registered this morning now keep pitch. But we colleague them still there out, so we'll get some of the situations now free tongue. From there we will go McKinney and Connor, I beg your pardon, when join Dwight Neal. We already there on the ground for giving some updates. Continue for watch, they come back shortly.
The time on 9 o'clock in this station, website Baptist and WhatsApp community, up to now we started from around 5, 4, and also 6 o'clock I think this morning for ensure see the register. But up to now, as you can see, the state system the registration fee. And according to the registration officer, the few 1 meter and say, up to now the materials in the retreat, and they don't pass time. You wonder how long the people will take for sitting for wait to ensure say the process will start. And the process for last for 7 to 5 in the evening, and if you don't start it after 9, how long the process will take for today? We're at the first day of the process. So the authorities that really need for the double up in effort to ensure say they put things in place for this challenge.
Voter registration then can say my people are eligible for votes, now they right to make they can register if they want to be part of the election. Well, today AYV they go on, they go on updates, but how the registration they go. As NEC we don't announce say today on September 3rd, the voter registration therefore starts all about the country. Well, today we can have constituency 126 now the Western Urban District. This now Dr. June, one of the school and centers them around constituency 126. But to greatest surprise, we not see any polling center, we not see any NEC officials as well, we not see anybody in up line for make them do the registration. We try like for reach out to people for know what's not the reason like why they not use this center. But what would they hear for some people and they tell you say the machine will NEC official and carry it is small. I think get problems so like everybody don't come out, don't go to other centers. We continue for stay with AYV as we go on and they go now more updates inside the voter registration. Please come the center this morning for can do the registration. Tell her with plenty where we go inside for go do the registration. For all that go and get all what's make them eligible for do the registration. Tell her we not able to do the registration. Continue for stay with AYV as we do all our different centers for the gonna update what the registration process in the country. And they see
That's what you went for say why do not so bad. The machine so there
constituency 126 this now St. Thomas School inside Akikoki. Plenty people don't come to see our best.
And the phase process of the registration we understand say the registration therefore take. But one uniqueness of the registration we don't see so far from with team na Elim School Esther. Now the fact say all people them
and then they take
the lead for going to the registration center then.
Sure.
I see about 3 or 4 old people them we don't take the bold step. You see that sick old man.
Instead take the lead for going and
imagine
for go register because they know the importance of where you register.
So the one contrary to waiting some people don't speculate. I mean I'm not here for register, I'm not here for vote. See the number of people we already come out as early as today, the first day. Imagine how many more people will come out before the next days. But anyways, we'll continue to take some more reports and updates from across the country. Now time now for let we go at different parts them and listen or hear or watch. Which in some of the reports are they already don't send to me. So we'll go first to
this is say where they come away and Abdul Kabir later on and other people like Mosire Sise, Emmanuel Samoa and William Wise.
As you know, the voters register for start today. Well, are they now some strategic areas in the center and are they now RC Primary School? It's one of them. SLM Primary School is one of the centers in early, and of course after the fee. Presently, the staff them they are on time. We receive some people also there for car register, and we get for both the different other areas. I get for talk to some people wait for register, and of course go for plenty other information serially. I don't want other strategic areas and the same occupation they start and they and plenty other people and they do. It's like the information really they earn. This is the gateway, one of the centers, now SLMB Primary School, and this is Kamakwe too. This will be old center, and still maintain these centers. As you see, plenty of people there are off now. Well, I talk to one of the people here wake up for register. You name, sir?
I'm the El Kamara, head teacher of this school.
Okay.
And Kahapo for the center.
Okay.
So Mr. don't prepare for can register now.
So you get the awareness early?
Yes, I did the awareness from yesterday.
Okay.
Up to this morning.
So what do you tell you about the importance of this registration, sir?
Well, the importance of this now when time comes for elections, if you not register, you know the vote, you not get right for vote. At the same time, if you get a voter's ID card, don't show a sign of citizenship. That's nice.
You don't register now?
I'm not registered yet, and they're on the preparation, but they start very soon.
Right. As you see, this is the center, and the staff and they on time. It is slow by under. People are really ready for car register. When as we used to say, I report for SLBC. Live coverage on the first day of the start. These are the staff, and they are on time. Each of the staff they try to do the assignment. This is one of the oldest center. We get representative, it's like a new, they always do the monitor, and of course supervise.
Kaba, when a district elections manager for carrying a district.
And of course, the day, we see a lot of the first centers really. Take you through how the first day look like really.
Yes, the exercise don't commence in most areas. Most of just don't get 1 or 2 calls then from the work coordinator. Where they come alone, I would eye contact. Just don't call me, say they don't begin the exercise. We say deep and follow up as man where they in charge of the entire district.
Now look, really, in your every item they reach every side on time.
Yes, we'll be able to dispatch all the registration materials yesterday on time. So then they are very sure say they don't reach their destination, and that's not the reason we make the exercise able for commence at this particular moment.
Yeah.
But I only get 1 or 2 challenges where at the speak we did and try for fix the challenge. We not too much now. All district now only 2 centers then get some hiccups where within the next 2 hours ready for the day.
Okay. Which of the centers really sir? Which are the challenges?
Well, we get the KDC primary school when 1932 where this na Kamakweta na ya and where they now
the main court barrier. Oh, to the end really will not miss me.
Yes, because the registration is divided into phases. Now that make not to all the centers they able for open at the same time. So for them centers they are we mentioned, then get for open at phase during the phase 2. When at the court barrier and the KWSS senior secondary school, they all get for open at centers. The way we get for use come 2023, but as a result of the registration being divided into phases, and that make them not able to open inside the first phase.
Yeah, we should immediately know this morning because are they 5 something outside? I work at some of the centers, then they start the day on time and also you know it's like the training early, the advice you give a young man then they adhere to them.
Of course, because we
Them at night and all of that. Okay, you can register?
Yes.
Okay, right now?
No, I'm not registered.
So they say the importance of this registration. What do they say?
Well, important.
Mina Abubakar Conte.
So I feel today we don't register
Well,
school.
I would say I feel good, and I want to tell the ESL thank you because I'm a very knowledgeable team and they don't begin so. Material they will take a time, you know, say a hit time because I can't do the registration this morning because I don't have, as far as I don't pray, I want to do the registration. It takes time to take. Is that because at the time it will take almost up to 5 minutes because the person behind the machine will be too slow to understand the machine.
So, how many people are you meeting at Lailoika this morning?
Well, I promise I meet about, let me say, about 8 people then. 8 people that I meet this morning workout. They really need number 9 somewhere.
So, it's going to be a message to other people.
Well, I want to call on people and to come out, make them can register because now the only time they slowly get. Because if you say you wait till the start to go, you know, people then become plenty. So me want to encourage people to come out, then they can register. Because if you register, that will give the opportunity to take part by the election. Thank you.
As you see, people already don't go at the center for do the registration, and then get 1 or 2 issues with clarifying from the ECSL officials as to waiting for do, how for do am, when for do am, and you don't see the pictures and videos already they show say people don't gather in the large number for go do the registration, and like we heard earlier from LM school, the process slow. As a result of, well, now the first day, like Victor say, anything almost always any side, the first day or the start can always get a small challenge.
And I want to talk where Sano talk say some man impatient. And as you the picture that they show, because some man for always they be in one for like come before. Like it's a process. Therefore, wait, then they come out, then they come, and they come out. But some man one for like one come before. As the pictures that they show say like then one for like rush the process. And then in a computer they take time. Any type you type, you get for take.
Quick so that I'll go. And right now I don't late for go, but I just get for patience because I don't really can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, another young man, Semuiso, where the all long camp family. You say this na Leicester village and yeah, na constituency 112 where they see who people and within this constituency who can register. Well, what's on the microphone again? Camera to this young man. Tell family the name already talk to.
I'm Francis Cameron.
Alright, so what you can do?
I can register.
How much o'clock you come?
I won't be there from this 4 o'clock.
You don't do the process now because they say for start 7 o'clock.
Well, the process not started because as to the information we get and see, then they can drop the materials and from each center to the knowledge now center it.
Una say una coordinate una self in a way confusion with it. Who's this idea come out?
Yeah, I mean that the number 3 person they come this morning. When we come up to 10, so we total fit say to make kiosk no good day. Then we come together and mark numbers them as people in the camp, that's what we give numbers them. So we don't mark up to 200. So as people in the camp, that's what we give numbers them. Make other good day, make fete no good day, make kiosk no good day at the center.
If you get any information from the ECSL who command them?
Well, the ECSL who command them say they come with the materials and they go for kind of drop them different points before they reach to winner.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, me na morning
family. I mean, I'm more like Kuma, catching up with 375.
Okay, beans we don't come from this 7 o'clock this morning, we don't there, but up to this time, we don't up to the center, they will not see, they don't start it. So what's not the problem?
Well, we get the 375 to where we get small complication. What would the one center they wouldn't send for 375, and you're not supposed to do it. So that brings small complication, and the center will the capify. Where the power get more greedy, we pass who can use the open space. But we pass the last year back, the violence will take place at the center. So they vandalize the place, governments not do nothing, maybe can maybe talk to them. So like this people try for able to explain them, understand the situation. So pass who can at the open space.
So in case on a lekuna de party registration, so when come, no fi say this will go bien.
Yes, they go behind because I asked net for the able to get up. We 6 now open space. They say they will count, but now as for now they not get. So pass me as the world council say okay, I need to provide the tapoli with some sticks there. So then they put everything in place.
So now present right now, how the registration they go now?
Well now the process starts, so everything they go smooth, small. I know like the team it look bit small.
And from the east, Kalbaton. Yeah.
And it shows that people don't turn out in the large numbers. You know, say fishy community, especially on a weekend like this.
Now busy place.
Now busy place.
Then they come out with that number there for can register. Now in a good
in an open space, but we will go get a response from Mr. Jones later about the security and safety of the materials in that kind of open space, because the videos we don't see where we post for we, they show say safe for electronic material and even the paper material them in that kind of open environment.
What if the rain comes there? Because
it's not
there's no covering.
There's no covering, and see the people them outside and falling. So if rain come, with the assurance say the process will continue in a safe and ideal condition and environment. So now the pictures and videos that we don't come out so far from Tumbo. We'll continue to update you as and when we get the other videos and pictures. We don't come on this on Leicester, we don't come on Kamakwe.
Now Tumbo we there right
now. We did Tumbo, so we go to other communities later.
This is the Kailan Court Barry, one of the registration points in way they inside the Kailan district. This is one of the major registration points. As you can see, the ECSL staff, they don't start registration, and we don't get a host of people we don't come during the registration process. We see say the registration process they own now inside the Kailan Court Barry. We take notice say a lot of people don't come and go, but priority don't be given to aged people when they come to the Court Barry for candidate registration. We still get people when they come, even though the Kailan environment look gloomy small this morning, but we get people we don't come around, but still say then come and do the registration for the voters ID card. There is some few young people they also queue up na the line. As I say, because of the start of the registration today, we see people na the registration. I remember I say this is one of the key centers there na the registration point inside Kailan district, where na the Kailan cut away. This na the one of the points again, like Kailan Court Barrier side, we get bike riders them, when then the transport people. I see a few of them there around, and time for get them views with regards. On a morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see una sidom, and the registration center they very close to now. Una don't register.
They will depend on. They will go call you and balance them.
You don't register now?
Yeah, me don't register now. And they will take your sister.
You will take your sister
but
now?
But let's register, eh?
Okay. Well,
good morning. We then one of the voter registration exercise center, and this not Ankara Chiefdom. We then one primary school, we Anzaro Boys Primary School, and at the back, the exercise don't start. Though from this morning, we only get concerned saying the exercise been delayed as a result of challenge with ESL been faced with that machine. We then for the exercise with. After now the exercise don't start, as you see, this is in the queue, and then they wait for get the exercise. Why some in the process will make them do them. This now the whole exercise with the government, with the talk box, that will get a voter registration exercise will commence across the country. We will give the right to make people go vote inside the June 24, 2023 general elections. For SLBC, Mina Africa Kuruma.
This registration center is Namaburka Baptist Primary School. This is center 07082. Because that's the way actually they are. Now that people say the process was slow, and some of them don't come from here from 2 o'clock this morning. Then they are up to date, not able to take the station. And so now let's say don't come for make actually they see as to how they will help the process. Well, authorities themselves now was done to see as to how this particular process will happen, and basically this is how it appears. This is the inside center. Since I came this morning, I don't see no police presence, so everybody seems to take the law in hand here. And so I see the ONS just come check, but no presence of any police officer. So just the people by themselves, and for registration officers and they are.
So we don't get updates from different parts of the country, from Maboka to Canberra to Leicester to Tumbo, Kailan. So it gets to do with education, it gets to do with security, and among other things. So this is a point where I want to discuss quickly. I go first to Christopher A. Jones, who is the man with the Electoral Commission and Communications team, for discuss the issue then day. From waiting you don't see or hear so far from them videos and comments and concern and day. Firstly, security. We see na Tumbo, people dey na open space, the machine and paper they na open space in the season like this. We have to do with the confusion. We have to do with confusion at Kaida district and Cambia, other places where people not seem for noity for do. And the last one we'll see, Maboka of course say it's like misunderstanding the day. So voter registration, education and all that in them. Firstly, analyze first from your point of view your observation from them video that they clips.
Thank you. Nothing else changed by which I see. Nothing that happen. It will naturally take imposition by the time they find 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. The eagerness, the enthusiasm, the overzealousness. I don't register, I don't register, done. Open space, get tarpaulin. Let not forget to.
But we don't fix that tarpaulin already.
Let not forget to. ECSL not they buy, it not they sell. When a government speaking, from the budget, we can provide for we give you staff them. And we're not saying come. But the stakeholders them. For every community you have stakeholders. For everyone you have stakeholders. Then a primary effort own the process. Above the registration staff, you get the WC. Each ward in this country, you get a ward coordinator who will supervise the center. And maybe not to one center again, so they get up to 12 centers, 8 centers, 6 centers, as the case may be. The thing just starts naturally. Before you spend time, they go fix buffer, rain sees, they come, the registration they call. Maybe by telling you less crowd less, but don't erect. Yeah? We also don't tell them, maybe they engage with the stakeholders and like the chief. Alright?
No, we don't do that day before.
Because
we supposed to don't do that day. Yeah.
Before ever they start the registration.
On a gate for say this rainy season, don't prepare ahead before the registration they begin, so that we're not going in the process of registration, the rain come,
now they run go, then people they run cancel.
The fire brigade approach.
It's yes and no season. This is now September. You can a court. So make provision. Yeah? You go see the provision as time goes up. Other thing again I want to know, this is not the first kick-off. It just kick off. We know say Serena say, oh my eager. And we tell them all thank you. The turnout and the turnout. 15 days in accordance with section 23 of the Public Elections Act. So more time day. Everything will go on easy. Police, we need security for every electionary process. To me, the answer is no. But they evolve. They are there. They are there. We collaborate with all security apparatus for eventuality. But even we self keep for discipline we self. Because in a civilized society, if we form the key for a meet I will simply ask, who can last now the queue? They say now this man. I stand behind them. The push now the shove will not necessary. But gradually it will take shape.
Okay.
But Mr. Jones, you don't think say we don't do this legislation for long now? Where all time the way the registration ten car we get that kind of problem in it?
No process. Foster voters and for every time you go see some centers where you know just change center or move this. For every election, a different thing. The election will do to now. This is a different approach. A plenty from different approach. Yeah, but the integrity, unless you want to train like a monitor, like missionary, I will tell you say that election will be do over content 10. We saw the council now a different system. But I'm not going to let all my cat out of the bag to you.
Okay.
Make you know who plans and me.
Now bring this to Victor. Victor, you agree with Christopher on then security issues. The thing that we tell like confusion at various centers then?
I think in my opinion, I say something like that. And I feel say this time around the team will work for come together for support ECSL. Now that we don't see some of the problems today, we don't see them now, they don't show. like the issue of I think we still need more education, like what we do so now is part of the process. And also again, we don't see, even though Mr. Jones say no need security at some point, me feel say you need that whole point, because not to forgo arrest people, but for just get orderliness, make people know say this is what I have to do. You understand? So the issue of security, I think we need some amount of security.
But in elections, one of the things we, according to Master Sadi people in by elections business all about the world, one thing that we don't cause waiting Englishman called voter apathy. They make people know they go to the center if we register or go vote. Now, so man, they now see highest level of security.
Of course.
You make it afraid.
Yes, of course. Waiting I mean that make you see say na general duty then they them possibly get a uniform, not anybody to go on. You not say anybody to go on a general duty, and then save the part of the process. So I think say the issue of the area will make shift structure and the other things then they I think say God make war on here and we go continue for talk to the relevant authorities just for the safeguard of their own machines and all those things and because if rain can say if now 1 minute it come it spoil things then and people are not going to wait for go inside the place for ready so man will stay now.
Okay, so Victor, each and every one of them community then they wanna get on a member then they and we see Kamaku so few people learn come on for can register. How una be able for go na then different side and then tell them people they say una need for come because the only way that una go determine if una get for vote or not, una get for register.
And then support them.
Una be go inside them community and they.
Okay. In fact, we get the APA, we get the All Political Party Association, we get the All Political Party Youth Association, we get the All Political Party Women Association. As we talk now, then team and the all in on the ground. As we always say, I think we need for talk more. The education need for go more. Before, I think it was 2017, I remember you will see multiple right around the country with different languages there. This time I don't see more of that, but I feel say maybe we'll improve on things and because we still get more days.
Also, is the link cut off between politicians them and the Master Sabi people by elections business like ECSL? Because if you talk to some people, it depends on who you talk to, they will say, who believe who politician them, they talk to me more. Say na this for do, na that for do. You get other people and they absolutely believe say na ECSL them for listen to. The other people and then they listen to both sides. It depends on waiting the one for accept. And now not support the way SLC.
Okay. By law, now ECSL and the champion, the whole program. We as politicians, we get right for talk to people and for go out and register. And that's what they do. But as you all know, the country, you like it or not, the politicians, more especially the big political parties, then get more say. So someday if you tell them for go like see like Kamaku you get low, maybe turn out for today, but we don't know what will happen in the next 20 hours. That makes maybe other people in the radio stations and they talk to them, make them see reason for go out and I believe they go do that.
Okay, Joseph Sano, what's your analysis from them clip that we don't see so far from different parts in the country, from the north and east and western area?
First, if I get for look at everything, I will look at the ECSL. Then say on the 3rd, then they start voter registration. So if at the checklist and did they really started it? Did they? Yes, they started. Then say we would get 1,815 central. Are they on now and working? Yes. Start the day, yes. Yeah. So the fact say first, we get the process that we get starting. For me, it is a positive one. Then the other thing where we for do, civil society, politicians, media analysis, and other people now for ensure say we encourage we people, encourage you neighbor, encourage you community, encourage you political party members. The only way for let them able to get access for votes on June 24th, 2023, now for go stand at the queue and register. And tell them say the process not to magic. The process not to like where you reach there today, as you don't reach there, they attend to you. Number one, then they deal with computer and other gadgets. It can be said that in the if me and you they sick, then in the self-glory. Number two, you know they go search for something, you just get up. Because if you put cameras now, you they get more than 300 or 500,000 cameras where you come. So you get for narrow town you search before you get maybe Yebu camera. So the process we get for alarm. Number one, we get for ensure say we all patient. More again, we for know say this is the first day. When then they train you, now college or now you small training room, it's different from waiting they happen at that actual day. That actual day, because of the first day, nervousness and other things will come. That is what I'm seeing there. But I assure the people, I believe in all political parties, I believe in the ECSL, I believe in Sierra Leone, as they say, we they come out and make sure say we register. And I will just talk to them, let us be patient, and then we will go observe. They will not be high-hearted or high-tempered. Let we ensure say, if you want to talk to somebody, for advisor, when you go observe, you know to the boss yonder. You just sit down and watch and make your report.
Joseph, Christopher, and Victor now continue for day with you in the studio. This is a special broadcast where they come to you from the state broadcaster SLBC, and we'll bring you this special coverage on day one of the commencement of registration, voters registration, all about Salone. Very shortly, we will talk to some of our colleagues, Princess Gibson and Ibrahim Samura. We'll just return from the field and we will get more updates from across the country, the same like what you don't see earlier from the north, east and the western area. And we'll also continue for follow we OB units where they are some part then at the country, and Okipich will be the next point, hopefully or see them from. So now we'll go for a short break, after which we will talk to we colleague that will just return from the field, Princess Gibson and Ibrahim Samura.
I pledge my love and loyalty to my country.
Famudem, you right and your responsibility now make you a good citizen. Now the right of every Sierra Leonean who don't reach the age 18 years for vote at the 2023 elections where they come.
But also, how you get right for vote, how you get responsibility. And waiting at that responsibility day. If we make sure
Jabi, the number 1 Bay Street.
So how you see the registration process they go?
It goes smoothly, no alara, no palaba, no day smoothly.
So if you say they're going to respond to older people and call?
They respond to me because all the olders on the one side, the young people on the one side. When they call here and then call here. So if you see the best way down the way they will treat with the old people who no go able to push.
So one comment where one young man just make the fact say the machine will come out now one and that don't make the line on low. You believe see that?
Yeah, now one machine because the machine made it into the majority of it don't go. But the one machine and from where down my incident on that machine is over 1 hour now. We don't need to do fingerprints where you need to take. So if the other machine made it, if I don't go there, you see, if you say them make other one machine make 2. So people don't go far. Everybody get business for good.
So what are you take? What you want to tell NEC with regards to this business when they go now?
Okay, NEC, we just talk to NEC. They let them provide more machine because they provide more machine for meet up these 15 days. Don't go able to go fast for meet up 15 days. But if machine not there, you know go 15 days go past. They not go able to people in a model.
Thank you very much. So tell me how the process is now and how it look like.
The process is very somehow slow a little bit because we give priority to old people and because the cube man they coordinate the line very well because they take one from an adult and from an old again. So the process is slow but somehow they work up faster.
So then we start early today?
Yes, of course, then start early.
Okay, so how you see the economic process is going? If you see people more, you get confidence in people that come?
Yes, of course, because there's a different center where they not open it, like UMass and Brotherhood, then say they go the phase 2. But I think say right now, government model get pressure. They need for come with another one laptop, so the process will be fast a little bit.
What are your final message to make concerning this registration process?
So where the process not slow, the need for come with another help like then out another one machine, so the process will be fast.
Thank you. So you can tell family you know that.
So I mean a staff on NCSL.
So how the process now the go like?
Well, the process normal, very okay. The center okay, no confusion yet. We very much okay. We just get 2-3 challenges that we go through presently, because the people they complain say the process slow because of we get one machine.
Okay, so
but like if you know all registrants like very fast. Now only in the case of possibly say one day vote, one day register for NCRA, now the process slow. But you will be say if you don't register before, if you don't register for NCRA, the process is very fast. It will take you like 4 to 5 minutes. Yeah, we don't done with you.
So now let's people talk say other centers are really around their close way for police station too. So what are you take for that, because as you see line behind a long, what are you take for that?
Well, in that light, the Opal Center for 15 days, they will relocate to the other place. They get me. So like now Tigi Center will get now this world, and the Tigi Center presently all open. Then a Muslim Borderwool, Christchurch and Modern, yeah, they open. That and the first phase, this 15 days. The other phase, the other 15 days will go open the other centers then. Okay.
We are still in our constituency 127, Ward 14 for Gwaza community to be specific. Around it is so far 2 centers, Upper Baptist and also the Gwaza Community Center. And the process will not start at exactly 7 o'clock. But now the Gwaza Community Center, the process starts around 8:30 as against the normal time we start. And people are not coming at the post them this morning, some around 6, some around 5 will come and show say the station. And so far the process don't start, but it seems a bit slow. And like concerned most people is that the officials, the registration officials, they overstart the process so that more people will go in charge for the within stipulated time.
I'm in the able pathway, currently representing party, ABC party. The voting process, they say for start 7 o'clock. We're running now from 7 o'clock. But up to now, the time now 8:30 and they start for register people. People don't come all along now 8:30 and the station starts. But until we don't start now, so one observe how they will continue back tomorrow for the process. But now the registration will start now. This no problem for now. No. Because the new one they for register, they say the machine will come. Up to now the machine will come. Up to now the machine will come for the new one there. They for register there. So let's sit on the wait. And the old one there, and the machine there now, they can take record of it. So now the process will start out at 8:30. The process don't start quick. According to the information we will get, the process will start at 7. As we speak now, it's still starting. So the process very soon. Look at the amount of people who capture for the day. The process is look at the crowd. For speed up the entire process, people are eager to register. Look at the large crowd outside and inside. The final say the people that emphasize the night registration process.
Gazapa. And the process is slow, but now tell us and move on fast. We only have from 4 o'clock morning. I mean, about 8:45. We only have from 4 o'clock this morning. 8:45. That's about 2%. Wait are the team? The computer, you only have the computer. You know, the computer, the system, I don't understand the thing. So they slow small. So then, you know, say the day they go far, and we start from 2. We go slow now. You know, say how do they go?
Back this na AYV television on channel 33. We are on Radio FM 101.7. We are on Facebook AYV News and streaming live now. We website www.ayvnews.com. And this na Salon Decide 2023. AYV's special election program where we don't start today with the registration process. As you watch now the screen now, President Bio and the First Lady Fatima Bio don't arrive now the hockey pitch now with Bafos who side and they register today. My colleague Samuel Wise Bangura Dede, we go join her now for giving more updates. Hello once more, Wise.
Thank you very much, Lamrana. Interesting, as you say, the president just don't count on in vehicle, in Benz, for come and register at the hockey pitch. And of course, it's interesting, the noise already at the background as to people, the Razzmatazz people, the Gladi. You see the president and the first lady. They in blue, they come for register with the chief electoral commissioner. Comes now and lead them to the process. The chief electoral commissioner, they take the president, the first lady, now for go and register. It gets from the noise already. They take place. Place as the first lady, the president, the wave to the fans them. So the president and the first lady down the car. Of course, you don't see the president and the first lady taking their seats for do the registration with people and where around chanting, talk and do. Waiting this mean for the process to go definitely talk. Waiting this mean for the process to go definitely get for try for interview the president at the end of it. So for people who they watch me live now, the president is going through the process of registration as questions are being asked. As questions are being asked right now. The person where they do the registration just to ask the president for in details in ID card, and they don't show the president in ID card, in electronic ID card. Amrana, it's interesting here. Presidents are using thumbprints now for sign in and confirm. Sign in and confirm that he is going through the process. And face already has been captured. The face will be captured on the screen with the details. President, they respond to the questions. As then they ask him for in details, for register. That's the face.
Go take the picture.
The president is appending his signature now on the card. As you see, registration officers are doing the work. Of course, it appears the president don't go through the young process. And now the First Lady, Fatima Bill, they go through the process, handwriting every detail don't appear on the screen. It's in face, they ask them for a number and everything. Interesting with the razzmatazz, people everywhere chanting. That's the real talking bill. From 4 a.m. they don't register. Some of them now they chant, they sing and they support. The Chief Electoral Commissioner now they hand over the certificate to them. Of course, as you can see, already been displayed is certificate of the President and the First Lady. Already. So the President and the First Lady don't register already.
What is going smoothly because me details and they inside the system already. So then pull them up and register me very quickly. Now that make be the same people that for register.
Of eligible voters, of people who are willing for votes now, Salute.
Well, the ECS are not the first time then they do this process. Now every 5 years then they do them. So we expect them for them check them, and with the support of the NCR, it's much easier because as them put me name in, all the other details they waiting for don't ask me, then come up, and they're able to register me very quickly. So this assures say for the ECSL, that will be a very quick and short process.
Mr. President, what is that to citizens, and particularly where this day very key to start?
Well, the registration are part of the election. So anybody where you want for vote, you for register. And that is the only way where they express your views them. Instead of you engage in violence, you forgo register so that on that day you get a power for change or support or keep the government in place.
Talking about peace, now one way civil society organizations and other bodies then they call about, and this is a political process. Not only as president, you are a leader of your own party. What can I talk to party supporters for come out and vote and avoid violence, and how will they engage with other political leaders them, for talk to the supporters them, for make the process be violence free so that people will able to register and make ECSL able to reach their targets? The
message is the same. The same message we have been get before 2018 and the same message I get today. We don't need for fight. Now that make we get democracy. Once you get your ballots, you go able to say what you want to say by keeping or supporting or changing that government. So nobody no need for be violent. Democracy now the alternative for violence change. So I want for me everybody register so that they go able in fact they maintain this government because of the many good things they will they do.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that's now President Bio and First Lady seamlessly don't go through the process. And, you know, you see the excitement now them phases as they go for go do the registration. With the type of see if we can able to talk to the First Lady as well. My colleague Samuel will try to get that. If we can talk to the First Lady about what himself, I think, you know, we don't go through this process. The place full, you hear from the supporters them, they sing praises of the president and in government and party, as well as, you know, they're very excited of the whole atmosphere. People don't come out and register from this morning up to this time, and the president have not registered. And one thing we forget clear, now that the president's register close to USA a day, now the constituency where a day. So as Raymond now ECSL been they say, you don't need for move from USA you get for vote for go register other side. You need for wait if you own center and open yet, then go open them in the second phase and you go register. So the president don't go through the process, he don't register, and you see the excitement now in face. And as you say, the emphasis is the registration is part of the electioneering process. Now when you register, you're able to vote. And now when you vote, you go make your decision about which kind of government you need. Whether you want to let the president continue with in government based on what you believe say don't do right, or whether therefore change them. Let me connect with Samuel back as he did on the ground.
Through we don't witness the delay and all of that, but we want to talk about the president in registration. Hello and welcome to AYV.
Yeah, I am Farmer Kalon, and I can witness the registration of the president and our first lady. The atmosphere was very great. There's a lot of people come out for see the president, and they're happy for see him.
What's in this mean for the registration process so far? The fact that the president and the first lady don't come on the first day and don't register?
Well, it demonstrates leadership because for the first day today, for the starting of the registration, no less a person, the president and the first lady come for do their own registration. It just demonstrates how serious the president and the first lady about the process. So they encourage everybody, every supporter of the SLPP for let them come out, for let them register, and let them register, them vote, and give overwhelming support to His Excellency the President for the good work we don't do in this country, especially for education, because education for any country for developing education. So we want to let everybody come for give them support to the process.
All right, thank you very much, Ufa.
Thank you, Samuel Wise. And I do a wonderful job. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we continue for bringing you live happenings. Nayasu, na Okipage.
Well, we go try to connect back with Samuel Wise Bangura. Symbolically, the president will register, and that they should say we all go out and register. They don't go and do the process in less than 5 minutes. They went through the process, both of them. And yourself can go now, you center now, go check if line day, patients, beer. Raymond don't tell we say them go address the problem them. We get for talk to we colleagues them and elections observers them as well. The National Elections Watch, where they across the country, remote communities them for give we updates. But so far, if you watch we and you get a comment where you want to make, you get challenge in your area, we want to note them down as well. The ECSL and the stakeholders and they follow this program for address some of them problem then they. You can call me on 090-101-107. 090-101-107. We will get you views out. If na challenge they happen in your area, give you updates about that. If you self don't register, you feel excited, you can tell me how you go through the process. So you can call 090-101-107. You will call with studios now. We will get you connected and bring you live on air. As ECSL self, they follow this program for get information from people out there. Now, when they understand the problem from communities and other areas, then go in and solve the problem. Them. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll begin to take the calls. Them. The 3 election coverage, we don't start already. We're ready and we'd already begin do the work today. And moving forward from today, we'll bring you exclusive election coverage until the 24th of June 2023. And after, we ECSL go announce a president for this country. Not forget say this na a special program where the team na AYV they bring to you, and we executive producer na Ambassador Anthony Navo Jr. The calls, the number again is 090-101-107. You can call and tell me who you there, whether you get challenged na the area where you there, whether you feel excited as well you go through the process. The phone line open now. 090-101-107.
So go enjoy. No.
Let me see if we get a call.
Victor King. Yes.
Hello.
Everything correct about you. Then hello. The next stage will be voter distribution of voter ID card.
When the exhibition?
We'll soon inform the people who don't understand, who process them, we're going to do in constant with the law. What do we see? We see say the president applicant he present a registration slip from NSA. In case you not get them, for learning how fast enough, they ask them for lay in term. As it lay in term, now the scanner or to shop. If they reach one stage, you will get phone where they will tell you say snap them. We call a barcode. You go reach this stage, you go see this black spot where the arrow will show you for make you snap out for keep on iPhone. What would ask for people? Patient. Gap. You will say, come on and go register. If you fail for register, till October 4th, last day, we close down. You go vote? No. Then go voting? No. This is the golden opportunity you have now. Come on and register because if you don't register, sometime next week when they don't close down, you say, I don't got symbol at the contest. I want you vote. They say, oh, I'm not register. So you see, so a good level all try for register. Level all get as many registered voters. But be careful. If you know 88, you know say Bobby not done emote. Not going to join with you. If you go there, huh? If they know you, I election yourself, you know go.
When they set up center na correction center then?
The law not allow we for go open registration center na correctional center.
But possibly detention or a man can come and center register.
If you come out there, we know the way actually say you get case in a prison. No, not a business. As you come, we know say in applicant, we register you. Because the law tell you say, section 23, going further, it say you for make yourself available. So voting is your right. Registration is your responsibility, where you have to get up, leave whatever you are doing, join the queue, and we will register you.
What about people within the diaspora? This don't become an issue over the period. Diaspora registration, diaspora voting, you know, una gets provision for them.
It ain't the law intend for do that one day. But by now, we know they focus on that one. We plan for them. But by now, we know they target them. So they invite all who the Baba, the Joy Yanda, then a Babe, make them come. If you not come, we close that October 4. You don't talk about. No chance, no good day for you for vote. So not be at the difficulty with arrange them for some other time. But this one, please find your way into Sierra Leone. Let you register so you will take part by the next election when they can June 24, 2023.
So we want to say thank you to you, Christopher Jones, Joseph Sano, and to Victor King. We then take with them time to come join in this special coverage where we don't bring to people on radio and television. SLBC FM 99.9 across the country, and we partner radio station them all across the country. And on TV, on air na SLBC TV, channel 31. You go to the Facebook page, SLBC TV channel 31. You just type SLBC TV channel 31 our Facebook page, or go to our website www.slbc.gov.sl. You'll able to watch this program there. So now we will continue for take some more materials, but don't forget this is a special broadcast for SECA. The voter registration will begin today, Saturday, September 3.
And it is done October 4. So we join the reports are the way the other pattern of the country.
The Lumley High School at the Lumley community, and you can see people are waiting their registration process. And according to them, some of them were here at around 7 a.m. this morning. But the process they described as quite stalled, as it is. Today is day one.
Today, at the one of the voter registration exercise, we did at the Bishop Johnson Memorial School. That we decide a pool of people don't get out to ensure say they register. So far, the process peaceful, calm, and some people we done there since 6:30 this morning, and I've been able to engage a few ways. Tell me say the process not bad, and until that time they and get the process. Ready. And also the few actually waited they wait for get the process done, and also then we go back to the normal business. And if you can see the registration process itself, you get the team from ECSL and also where they do the work. You get plenty of observers really around where they should see everything go right, and also political parties, representatives there. Also they go on for just things go smoothly as possible.
Then they capture your data, right? Now they capture your data and this ECSL, and then it's a very, very simple. What do they say? You we don't do an NACA registration, we just update you information here because we already get that. You will not we don't do it. When a new machine comes, you first scan to the NACA registration, you do your registration, and then we do the other following registration we will do, right? We update information on the system, and that is done. But if you don't do that NACA unit, we don't join processes. You need to do the NACA first, and then come here because NACA they keep you data. After 5 years, the next election, they know we will spend all that money again for do all that thing and all. Then go just ask NACA for our data there, and update and back and currently update this one. That make you first need to do the NACA registration. So if you don't do it, we ask una for patience. When NACA machine comes, we have to use that. Now, we expect that for catch back, right? If what will happen today, that I didn't tell everybody, not so we the news where we go around, if what happens today, if we do everything today, right? Everything was happening. But the machine them yesterday, they were able to supply WC when I'm working with it, so not so we. If you are beginning WC for the receiver, but assistance, we not receive anything. Now me will ask for all our patients, yeah?
For COVID, please say na Monday.
So how much of COVID?
We don't have possible, we get work from now. delay anyway. Matadora content, 23 licenses. Anyway, we don't know as you can see, but everything that's working, look at the
So what's your advice, ECS and the people who conduct the registration?
This na MCA Secondary School Namaburka. This center is not much populated. The problem inside this particular center now that then they get some difficulty with the thumbprint gadget where then they fix to the laptop or make person go able to thumbprint. And so that's now the problem with the inside this particular center here. And so from this morning, according to the people who meet here and the station staff here, now only 2 people don't able to go through the registration process. Reason being, the machine, the thumbprints where then they fix when a USB cord something, then they fix to the laptop. For thumbprints, they fluctuate now. And so that are the current concern. But the district elections manager don't actually get the concern and the team of staff they around now for fix that problem. A similar problem said happen now the other location them, but inside Maboka now they will get this particular one force. As we move out and about, will they bring to know as to how and events them they unfold inside the center them na Maboka. But by and large, the cooperation of people seems to be turning out, though not in long queues, you know, but people are here waiting as to how the process will go. From Aburka, Mina Mohammed Adam Jr.
Well, that's a report from we reported within a different part, Evelyn Cole and Abdul Kabir will go for Beirut. Although then they raise some issues them, but we sure say all that they go be controlled because the process just begin.
Tell we who you there, waiting at the challenge, then we go bring on to ECSL. We get another caller with the try for call. Hello.
So now that's what they sit down, they wait for.
Okay, so what are you view to make with regards to this election registration process with the government?
Well, we not get anything else because then at the day before we, so they just look to what they go on because, and we really want let the process go because we said, well, let it take for do.
Yes, good morning. So tell me from when you can ask today?
Well, we done there since 5 o'clock this morning.
Okay, so when you come, you will register?
Not at all.
Why?
In fact, the material and not mean come, they say the supervisor where they had the registration staff, they you know me there. Then me say the model. I get calls for take me motorbike. I go up there for go meet them, I go there, I don't meet them. But fortunately for me, where I can't back, I meet them. But the process is really slow, This was not our expectation. Because of our food, they follow the media. And the messages the way they give, not to the reality that they gone. So they urge them for that they try for Putin because we don't say as challenges that go be there. This is not Christchurch.
Okay, so they put anything why we not start yet?
Well, up to now they just tell you say no patience, and we still a patient. They say the system, the computer get issue, and they will make for understand, but we still a patient.
How much now how much are you spend a week and also now?
Well, imagine from 5 o'clock now, about 5 hours plus around there now.
Okay, so what will you find out what to make?
Well, we find out what to neck because they urge people and say, "Look, come out and register." People and come out now for register. The procedure not they go as they announce on the radio. So they would urge them, let them make sure say yes, their challenges there, therefore don't try for sort them earlier before they come at the station then. Because your expectation is not like this for Kawaii, the one whole day, can't do it. And some of who we engage, we never go do government work as well. You see, so they would beg them next, let them put proper procedures in place so that when people can they will access their registration and go about their normal business.
Well, presently this is not Christchurch, one of the centers and where they are the central part of Freetown. We don't talk to people and where they at this particular center we can't register. Some man say don't care from 5 o'clock in the morning and up to now they're not registered yet. We also try to talk to the people and where they do the registration process, but they're not able to give yes. They say unless we get for go now them headquarters now more town we will talk to them. Well, one part of the thing that we understand from people and we don't come for register that the machine way then come out for can do the registration don't get faulty, and according to people and we don't interview them saying the people and we in charge don't call for somebody for come and sure say can work on the machine. People like Gombo say the one machine within the use in the center not go be enough for people and we they come out within this center part of Freetown, and we don't try for talk to other people and they comment with and give you that the person way the head here being go model somebody go take them, but later we don't come back now. So plenty of people and we don't come now for morning. Some don't go, some they complain health status say well and the need for make them faster, but yet still we don't know what's the problem here. Because the people and where they in charge from not able to talk to people, we continue they follow up on the issues and how the election, how the registration process still go on now Christchurch and other parts in Freetown. So how you don't see the process they go on?
Well, this process the way they go on, so people can get for strain because this was day today. They say first impressions goes along. They don't move people them. Some people they don't turn back safe. If this continue, we don't know what to go do. Anytime when they're ready for doing kind of thing, and then no say those it's all thing because this place also not arrange for nothing. We don't care from this morning. Now we can now go meet the power get the church, we talk to them. Then kind of thing I say no good. They don't strain with today. Some man of we know it's a man we are medical people them. We don't under medical. Right now me I know well. I don't come for money saying so I don't sit down there. So take the strain with the undergo. So people don't call them for go important side. They for do important thing them. So people in a business they do. We always do so today with the strain. They don't suffer with today on day. We don't know for the other center, but for we within a Christchurch, so we don't suffer for today on day. So they tell our government, let them make them for next time. Because the day for the votes, if this kind of thing be, it go be other kind of thing come. Because no come, they say box or no kind, people and stomach still in the waist back. Now other thing go be, it not go find so. Let them see, don't think they talk on radio, let them go they talk, let them go they make for say they don't do all thing done. Where people then go follow up the team, when they go kind of miss it don't be. Then get talk thing in a radio, we don't listen to television, don't so call them procedure. We don't be say we can't strain. For what we in a radio, we are in a television. Everywhere you go people then go register, you carry this go carry and they go don't count all to we there for money today. We not able to see nothing, we don't able to do for we nothing. We don't understand how thing they go on. So right now so na Christchurch here so. For money today we don't come. Nothing they go on here so. We not see nothing where they go on. Now this I get for say.
So currently they are constituency 127 Ward 434 that was a community and one part of the registration centers there. The process for us start early at 7 this morning, but I meet people in Sudan way up to now the process not started, and some people don't care as early as 7 or 6 this morning, and up to now the process not done with. And according to some of the registration staffs that want me to center, telling say that the materials that still coming. And so people as you can see people still see them patiently wait for make sure the process will start. But some of the people are there to go about a normal business, they get to go find their hands on it. Up to now the process not started.
The Gaza community right now. For me, now from this 7 o'clock I come. But Monday they would tell me why I meet here. They say from 5 o'clock they come today because they tell people they say now 7 o'clock they start the operation. But people don't go find their own. But what, we don't know what to make it up to now. You don't pass 8 o'clock, they don't kite. You see, and until they don't prepare for how many days to go to one, they say this day, now the people they come for register. But up to now, people don't come for register. So the band they don't come, they don't go, they don't get away for register. Even the people now one great man, when I don't know what's my name. Now for scanner today, but the one they say that they're in boss. You're not going to do nothing without the boss, they don't come.
I don't come around them
7 for can register, because the way how them be they talk na the media they say for come quick how at least 7 o'clock people they don't for don't come. We don't come na the place over almost na the 2 hours this now. And we Sierra Leonean we get busy schedule. Also man they don't left the your work. Who said that they get their hand to more than living. All man don't come. Some old people are even they safe. If they see some old people and they sit on a bench, let them value time. Now this way, man, them pass.
Inside Baptist Church, I was a community, one of the registration centers there in this community. And it don't pass 4 minutes after 9 right now. And the process will start at exactly 7 this morning. People don't let their hostel as early as 4, 5, and 6 in the morning for insurance that people can register. But up to now, some people come hopelessly wait when the process will start. And some even know before we do the normal business. Because the process now even started. And according to the few registration staffs that were at the center, they tell me say there's still a wait for materials there. Up to now, the process will start. So I wonder if this process will start from 7 and then 5 in the evening. How many people are waiting for register if they start up to this hour? So the authority, the election commission authority, need for ensure say they look into this challenge and ensure say the process will start very soon at the center.
Hello, AYV, how now they do all the morning everybody. I hope all they do fine in the name of God. Me na concerned citizen Siman, na concerning this registration. Go no say don't start today by God in power. We pray the cow start and so successfully in the name of Allah. Pray that Allah will drive and so for way back safely to the ending. By Him power, guide and protect we all. I will start also with long life for body, no way go end up and so to the 9 minutes. Inshallah. One plead to AYV. How don't send no messages them, but to not get a competent answer it from stakeholders them. For with the fisherman them. Do ya with the plead to Papa government AYV. They can self help for plea to Papa government. Let them consider with this trip. Let them make them both there the kind side for the car register. Because if not concerned citizen there, you know fine. Let them they say anything when are concerning the development of the country, then they push the fisherman and go behind. And we get a lot of fishermen then are them boats there, so when I see man them, then are them scholar there. So when they know they allowed them. Past election them, then don't start then tier 2 we. But voice not be there because we not be there like that we have for send messages then to people that make it go around and let them assist we advocates. We pray to God now then tell we God don't make it easy so for we now we able to talk. And like you know sabi me, you know they see me but you go you give me voice. You gonna wait and make cry. Like how they on so. Let them help with for plea to Papa government. Let them consider with the cement and this trip. Let them allow the boats them for kind side. Let cement and the car register and take part in election there. We self na concerned citizens. We self na Sierra Leonean there. We na Limba them, Timini, Loco, Mende, Shabro there. Now we so they na them troller there also. But we then say time for election. They sideline we. They no mind them prefer for call the observers there. Hey, the observers there now 8 boats. If you don't call 8 observers no more for either now they no more Sierra Leoneans there. What about the fishermen there now? We some trawler there, you get 14, you get 15 man at each trawler. Check them man and they don't the carrier then they win 2 carrier there. You get past how many mans then are then trawler then carrier then they. All them people in the sideline they no for can register as if like we no concern. So do you and I make with the plea to Papa government AYV? Now we pass this message to let us help we cry this cry to government. Let them consider we. Do you let them assist we? Let them both say can inside for car register. Let them consider we as concerned citizens there. As people that we get to this country in our hearts. We say we get love for our country. Now the only way that they also go cry. Now decide and they can cry there. Then decide and that registration and the voting side. But if you not allow the man for car inside for car expressing rights. You know go fine. So there and I make with a play AYV. When I assist with this trip. Una talk to government, let them consider we greatly. As already don't begin give we word, so let the word all water. Una put some behind them for we, let them they consider we. Them both there for kind side. Not to Chinese man and they control this country. Now we Sierra Leone and they will get to country. Now we for control them people alone. All this you know government foreigner they can't control in your country. How we feel for use you people learn no more so they use them. You know able get voice as a papa na host. Do you and I make they plead? Una no go to sell whistle, una no go to cheap whistle to them foreigner there so. Una for try for value we do with the big. Una consider with this trip. Una consider with this trip there. If I get for talk now, I go stop first no more. Yeah? So we'll get more with the kind side by God in power. So may God guide we all. Yeah, we pray that we too don't talk about so. Una will put some for we into consideration and let them consider we are all the best. Una take care. May God guide we all. God bless we all.
Amina, may God bless we all and guide we all. And we pray that God guide us if we the phenomenal living na the sea. And then a concern where we get from Sierra Leoneans them where they work na fishing vessels them where they out. Then everyone come for can register. So then they ask the authority. So then send messages to we, calls and messages say, please let me make the authority then no seal. Then everyone be part of the process. Then one let them plead to the people and we own them boats and they for allow them for coming inshore and then go able to and do the registration. I think that is very important. That this they show the excitement from Sierra Leoneans from every quarter, everywhere. We just see how the president and the first lady very excited go register Jesus. We see Sierra Leoneans and we tell we say 2 a.m. they don't come on for go na registration center then for register. We don't talk to people them right across the country. Challenges then they ECSL self don't confirm that they don't get report of challenges and go come out with a statement, then they try for address them. We they continue for call on the authorities them for look into the concerns of them Sierra Leoneans there where they work na fishing vessels them out na sea where one come for can register. We don't pass the message, we could continue for pass on the message. These are Sierra Leoneans where they want to take advantage of their civic responsibility for be part of the registration process and possibly vote in the elections. This Sierra Leone decides 2023 AYV special elections coverage. We don't start today, right from the studios na Tawael na Freetown. We same way so the broadcast on radio on FM 11.7 on DST on TV on channel 3, channel 39. We same way so then our website www.ayvnews.com. We will continue with this broadcast for bringing you updates from across the country and talk to authorities and people that are waiting at the elections management bodies them, the security sector, as well as political parties them. Mina Amadou Lamganaba, we go tap here for now. We'll take a break at 1 p.m. My colleague Samuel Wise Bangura will continue with the rest of the day's broadcast. But we still go out for get more information for bring out to the public. If you get the number will be put on screen, we get a challenge, some technical challenge with the number. But if you get a number there, you can still call and give you update from USA you there, waiting at the challenge where you get. Or you can go now with Facebook page, drop a comment there, tell we USA you there, we definitely go bring on to the attention of the authorities them. So we'll meet back. Me Amadou Lamganaba continue for day with AYV as we continue with the Salon Decide 2023 elections coverage. Stay with AYV for more information on the registration process.
At the polling stations, we are your first and most reliable witnesses. We deliver a crisp and concise as usual.
With our modern broadcasting equipment, seamless coverage all around.
From all angles and perspectives.